Hello and welcome, my friends. Habage here. Glad to join you guys again. It's a little later on a Sunday than I normally kick things off, and it is a cooker outside. But don't you fear, I've still got a hot, fresh cup of coffee here ready to go. It is steaming away, and that was what we were setting things up with. A little caffeine, a little water. You got to stay hydrated on these hot days of summer. And that's exactly what we're going to try to do here today. Now, as you can see, the game is a little small here as I just get things set up. I have had it running in the background, and you guys can see the furnace going in the background. I can't see that yet on my monitoring screen, so I'm trying to get back through here a bit. Bear with me just a second as we scramble. And now my channel live. Hey, there we go. All right, let's kick this sucker up. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, there we go. 3.5 seconds. All right, so how y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's weekend has been an awesome success. Yesterday was fantastic. We started things off. It wasn't particularly riveting or exciting content. I know we were digging a staircase. We were even digging some dirt, and we may do a little bit of that today. But as you can see, the inventory in front of us here is pretty darn full of. Oh, I didn't even grab the iron. Here, we'll get a little bit more levels there. That takes us painfully close to 33. Not quite there yet. Um, I think. You know what? It's nice out. Let's head upstairs. Let's start things off right because we didn't kick it off with the horn blast yesterday. And I did try to turn up the balance on the game audio. I noticed, particularly with the horn in one of the playbacks, that it was very low. So let me know if you guys are live hanging out in Twitch. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing. I noticed it last night. I was waiting for the videos to upload, and then was checking on the end of the second segment yesterday, where we had some lag and some delay. I wanted to see it, and that as I jumped ahead, got up to the horn blast there, and I noticed it was very low. So do let me know if you guys are struggling to hear the game itself. Let me know. I just don't want it to be too loud, right? So I usually try to balance that back down. But we can certainly tweak things a little bit if you feel like you're missing out on stuff, because while I know you're all fascinated by everything I have to say and every little cough and hiccup and burp, what have you, there's plenty more. So we'd really like to get to level 33. I didn't give the game much of a thought after. I've been fairly busy, and it was a stay up late kind of night last night, so I got short sleep rations, which was okay because it was the first time since I'd really been sick that I had a shorter night of sleep. Personally, I think that's kind of a good thing every once in a while. Kind of reset where you're at, what your body's doing. So over here, I know we're kind of sealed in here, and we'll probably have to make an extra means to get up here temporarily for our roof. But I was kind of thinking of this, and what do we want to do more out here? We have no stairs, but we do have this. Let's. In case you can't tell, I'm kind of to the point of wanting this to be done a little bit. Why? Why? No stairs. All right, we've clearly gotta start this day off better than this. I'm glad we're working on a little building here to start. We don't want those. We want these. And this is our current line. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, maybe we'll just wrap up the stream and start over sometime. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm kidding. We'll figure it out. Okay. Um, let's go there and here. No, 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 no. It's not what I wanted. I wanted you. Now this. There. Perfect. All right, so this is going to be our cover for the goat entrance. Nope. There. That means these two are going to drop. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. There's that. A few more steps here. I don't think this is going to build any or win any Archaeology Today awards or anything like that, but archaeology? Architecture awards, not archaeology. We'll get there. Promise. I promise we'll make this all work. There. And I think we're going to kind of end up with our typical style here, which is to have half slab over the top. I was thinking too that it maybe we can end up with like what I don't know is, do mobs spawn on snow, right? Are those spawnable blocks, or is that just just another everyday old blocky block? Not sure, but if that was the case, then I wouldn't need to worry about all these half slabs and steps. Everything here, and what I typically try to do on roofs, is not leave anything sitting at a full block height. That way you can leave your roofs dark and mobs won't spawn and drop down on your head, because nobody likes to have spawns drop down on your head. Day wrecker. That being said, it is kind of nice to have the more flexibility. And if snow is not spawnable, again, not sure, don't know at all, but if it isn't, then you could use snow to fill in on your roofs and make them unspawnable and therefore unlighted, so you could have block high snow and carpety snow and all that. But what we confirmed yesterday is that we cannot get additional. I don't know. Oh, we can't make snow stairs, is what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Which it makes a little sense. I mean, I remember making some snow forts when I was a kid that had plenty of snow stairs on them, and I've certainly done enough hiking through snowbanks and stuff where I know eventually you kind of carve out stairs with your boots, crampons, whatever. Crampons I haven't used, would be more ice. But whether you're snowshoeing or just hiking in the summer and coming across snow fields, you do kind of cut in stairs just by kicking at the snow underfoot, trying to make it easier to get over. So, nope, 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 no, 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 that's not good. Stairs go quickly. Um, hmm. I don't think this is going to get us done then, is it? Let's do as many as we reasonably can. I think we have a bed. Oh, we didn't make lighting either. We had left the spaces for the lighting in the ceiling up there, but I didn't bring those. So I'll have to get to that. All right, back to business. You up, you back. Yeah, I don't think these 25 stairs are going to quite do it, but maybe we can get this side done. And we'll have to go back down for logs, and when we do, we'll make some lights. Use those up here. Little goat buddy, he's telling us how happy he is with his new hay floor and his extra snug house that used to be all snowy and nasty, and now it's awesome. I think he loves it. Uh, that's one way we can get some supplies back. I went too far. Wait, did I go too out beyond the posts on this side? Now I gotta go look. Before I tear everything down. Excuse me. Wow. I did. So I guess I actually want to go out further. Since we're down, let's just go all the way down and make those lanterns. Hey, Froggy buddy. Um, Logs and lanterns. That's what we want. I'm gonna get some of this coffee and probably burn my mouth off. I do. It's way too late. This is probably gonna mess up my sleep schedule for ages to come, and at some point I'll be really kicking myself for having done it. I guess that's the highlight. I was like, those logs look lighter than those. We'll just go ahead and take a full 4-pack. Lanterns. Can I do? No, there's no way I can do 9. How many spots did we have? Should have counted. It was more than 3. Um, kind of think I had 8. Does that sound right to anybody else? But you know what? Let's not mess about. Let's just make a whole bunch of them here. Lanterns are cheap, and I like them. All right, 23 lanterns. That seems good, and we got plenty more planks to make stairs upstairs. So we'll extend out the roof over kind of our access point there. That should work out well. Then we're gonna have to go do something that will. Hey, Troy Warzone Gaming, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just getting going today, so good timing there. And I noticed, I don't know if you did anything in Twitch or if it just modified, but your name changed color for me, man. That's pretty cool. And I saw you, kind of saying goodbye at the end of the stream. I think you'd been around. I did not stick around to play the discs or anything because honestly, I didn't know anybody was still hanging out, and the stream started to lag a little bit at the end of the long one. So apologies if anybody's interested in hearing the blocks disc when it is actively around at the end of the stream today. Let me know. VOD viewers, sorry folks, that's not going to ever be on YouTube stuff. I played just a few second clips, but those do get YouTube angry at us, so not too often really, or too much of them. And became a mod on 2 of the streams, so I looked at the commands, see how to change the color of my name. Awesome, dude! Congrats, that's awesome. And very very stylish, I must say. The is that kind of a yellow orangey? At least that's what I see. But I know, like, even my own name color, depending on the platform that I'm on, it changes a little bit, which is weird. So like in some chats I'll be one thing, in others I'll be different. Goldenrod, it is a very goldenrod color. I agree with that naming. Nice, dude. And congrats on the modding. I am gonna ask you because, for one thing, you get to kind of have first say in a lot of this stuff because you're reliable and always hanging out. Good friend of the channel. Let me know about game volume. Is it still too low? I was listening to some of the playback and you couldn't, like, I was blowing the horn, couldn't hear anything. So let me know if you think I need to dial up the game audio, Troy, and I'll be happy to push it more if you think so. Oh, red. Very red. I think we can go around the outside. Very faintly. Okay. I think we're gonna. Here, we'll just cut this. We'll put that one there, that one there, and we know where to cut out. Let's tweak this right now. So I'm gonna put them about even. Desktop audio and voice audio. Let me know how it holds. Obviously, no real game sound at the moment, but just let me know over time if you think it needs further tweaking, because I don't want you guys to miss out on the game audio. At some point, it had been very too much the other way, and so I had tried to tweak it back. But yeah, I was surprised listening to it the other day how quiet it seemed. So, and you guys, everybody, if you're listening, please, if you're over on like YouTube or checking the VODs on Twitch and you get some of those kinds of issues, just let me know. Because I probably won't hear them. So it's not that I don't want it to be good or anything like that. I just may not be aware of it. So please let me know if you see any of those kind of things. And again, sometimes there may be a reason for something or other that I'm doing. If there is, I'll let you guys know. But at the moment, at least, I think that'll look good. I would kind of like to get that. Ooh, how about that? That'll work. All right, now we got to try to go figure out something similar over on this end. Much lower here. Oh, too high though. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, green looks nice. Very, very cool on a hot summer day here. Woo wee! I had to take the rental car I used on vacation back today, and I was just waiting for an Uber to get me back home again, and it was a scorcher. Not fun. But I figured, what better way to beat the afternoon heat than hang out with all of you guys, do a little streaming. So there we go. All right, I think that will give us a nice little styling. I also wanted to take the chance to thank folks that are following here on Twitch or subscribing over on YouTube. What's up, Goat Buddy? I can't get in. I know you were trying to make a break for it. Why would you want to leave all this wonderful hay? It's so nice. What's up, dude? Grow some horns, man. I set up the stuff above your head so that you'd have more time with people and would maybe grow horns back. So you should do that. All right. Stay safe. Warm. All that. Okay. Did we hang our lanterns yet? I don't think we did we? Let's go do that. It's coming. We're going to need some more eventually. All right. Lanterns. I've always liked this. It kind of feels a bit recessed lighting-ish to me. So a little bit more light. It still feels kind of dark and cozy in here. I like that too. But now we should be set to rock a couple of enchants here quickly. But as I said, we still need a little bit more XP. Just that little bit of knob at the end of the green bar there to get us up to 33. That would get us 2 top tier enchants. And hopefully we get 2 good things and can be then set to go back down into the basement. Why did you post the last VOD in 2 different parts on YouTube? Because the recording stopped. Technical issue, and I don't edit. I load them up. So we had 2 segments. There was actually like a 3-minuter in between. Any of those that are just tiny, I ditch. So yeah, that's why. OBS, in that one, I think OBS popped up a system tray message to me saying it had disconnected and reconnected. And for that one, nothing on my system. I hate just pointing the finger at Twitch and being like, oh, it must have been a Twitch deal. Because I think people do that all the time to make up for their own stuff going on. But in that case, it might have been. It could have been my internet or something like that, but I didn't notice loss of connectivity on anything, no power issues or anything like that over on my end. So sometimes that kind of stuff just happens, and it was a bummer. But yeah, it was fun to have those. And when I do that, I try to talk in the second part. And anytime you guys see that, like if you see a video showing up with a B, and it in the title, and it isn't one that you've already seen just posted, go look for an A video first, because it'll be obviously in the backwards sequence. And what I really need to do is some housekeeping over on YouTube and get some of those old worlds busted into playlists so that they can all be knocked off and you can rotate through. That brings us back again to, I was talking about the new followers and subscribers. Very awesome, all of you guys. Thank you so much for all the views and the likes and the comments. All really very much appreciated. And we had a good, I think yesterday we picked up a new streamer, and it was just an alphabet soup name. I went and looked, and usually I will follow folks if you want to take the time to come hang out on my channel and hit a follow for me. I'm gonna hit it back to you. This one had none, and I couldn't even make a pronounceable word out of all the letters in the name. So come say hi. Shoot me a whisper or something if you're hanging out, lurking, and all that. And you just don't feel comfortable talking in the chat. I get it. Sometimes you're just busy. You just want the background and are following along, but want to support with a like. Hey, that's awesome. I've done that on a lot of channels. Um, if you want me to hit you and follow you back, and you haven't seen me already, and you've followed here, let me know. I would gladly get you. Before we go home, let's take on these guys. I will eat up. Oh, this is kind of dumb. So as soon as we get into it, we're gonna. I do like the infinity arrows. You know what? I also kind of like this little ditch here. That definitely helps in that combat, just like when we were on top of the hill the other day. All right, it's on. Some of you fools, come fight me. Now, the problem here is we have kind of there's our bad omen. Kind of already cleared out all the trees, and trees are good cover with those dudes. This is good little combat warm up. Oh, just hoping there's no creepers creeping on me from behind here. Oh, was I moving too? Oh, I missed you too. I like that noise. I don't think that was a very accurate depiction. Yeah, not on stream so much. Oh, there's a creeper. I don't do a ton of music, but I'm kind of eclectic and all over the place. Like for instance, last night when I was up, I was just kind of letting YouTube drive, and it kind of went weird, but it got very like classic 80s Southern rock on me, and that's stuff I have liked. I wouldn't call it my favorite music by any means, but like that stuff from the 70s and 80s. And I'm not saying I was listening to that live, but I kind of grew up, in high school and all that. I grew up and like, oh, these are classics. So that was kind of fun. Like I said, I'm very all over the place. I like probably my leads are kind of folky jam and little bit of country, a little bit of strings, bluegrass. But I could be just as happy with some EDM, some 80s hair metal. that was kind of my classic growing up. Some GR, Metallica, Iron Maiden, that kind of stuff. Give me some classic rap, some varieties of different rap going through the years, and party music. So I'm not a huge hip hop, I guess, or pop hip hop, and kind of the radio country stuff gets pretty old. Like beginning of the summer, I kind of always go through like a 2 week phase of just driving around. It seems perfect to have some of that like bro country party stuff, but I tire of that pretty fast. But all over the place. Nice song or playlist to listen to while playing games. Some of the time I go. That's actually where I. No! I did exactly what I didn't want to do. Frickin' frack? Can I deal with it? I don't think I can deal with this. Oh no. This could be really, really bad. Take that, you raiders. So can you hear the horns going back and forth? I don't know where they're coming from. That's probably good. All right, let's sleep. Let's pumpkin. Oh, we've got pumpkins. We got shears. We've got iron out the wazoo. There. All right, we can do this. I think, as long as the Vexes don't destroy us, which they might. And then we need shears. So that was all because of the one dude? This is your fault, buddy. Just saying. Shears pumpkins. All right, we have to. Let's try one right out here as our front door guardian. I see. Okay, there they come. So if I do boom, 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 and then I think I can do that. And what's up, buddy? Go get him! You're in trouble now. Okay. I don't know that he can drown or anything. That guy's tougher. See, he's killing people. Look at how fast the raid bar is going down. Although this is just the first wave, and I could be in real trouble if things drop off the top on me. Okay. Now the good news here is if we survive long enough, we can get a totem. You go away. Dump this stuff. That. I don't know. Is my golem? Is he alive? Oh, there's this dude. Golem? Are you here, buddy? What? Oh no! He's sunk like a rock. That didn't work out too well. All right, let's get another one going over here. Come on. Oh boy. All right, buddy. Buddies. 2, 3. Come on. What are you doing? 3. Here. Here. Don't go in the water, man. No matter what those raiders make you think, it's not a good place for you. All right, go find them. Let's go up through the inside and put one on top. Just see what he can do from up there. Here. Alright, so we can make 2 more up top. That's why we make the jumpy stair platform, though, Troy. We can hopefully dodge a lot of all this up here, moving through the base. But having that water platform out with the trapdoors and jumping across keeps them from going. The problem will be once the Vexes start. What? Oh, no. Is that because he's on snow? And also, where did the raid thing go? Why are you not a golem? Can golems not be made over a certain height? That's a golem. Oh, man. All right, well, whatever. So I don't know if that means I ran away from the raid. What? I didn't go that far. I just wanted to make a top of the mountain golem to defend my house. All right, will it start back up when I go back down? That's kind of a bummer if it ended. There we go. Okay, never mind. Because I'd like to get a totem out of all this. At least one. We did not. I need to go get the apple. Two. Because we may well need to eat that. I should have. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Let's do this. I should have enchanted while I was up there. Now, seriously, dude, that's where you went to? That's your idea of how you're going to help. You're going to hang out on that block and be stuck. And probably jump down and crush my crops. Ooh, you got an enchanted bow. Hello, raiders. Calling all raiders. I need one of those, what is it, the bell? Where you can, something, there's like a spectral effect or something where you can see the mobs underground and all that. So based on you guys, I'm guessing you tried to come this way to chase him? Maybe? Hi. Do you, see any trouble? We on the lookout? Did I close the gates coming down the stairs also? Because I do worry about a sneak attack over the top. Man, this is not what I had on tap for today. Some nice enchanting, finish up the little room. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Okay, so they are up high. Just when I try to go up high, apparently I go outside the range if we use our beautiful staircase. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you're an axe, dude. You guys are tough. The brutes. There's no one. Oh, they're all gonna come. They're all gonna come. Oh, what? Very sketchy. Oh no, here they all come at once. Shoot each other. This is... What the... Oh no. What is their deal? Got him at range. Oh, that was good. That was a brute. Oh, it's almost nighttime again. Look at how... Okay. Time to go down the hill. Down the hill. Come down to see my golems, guys. bed in the camp spot. So maybe they're just... Okay, that is closed. That's a good thing. Sleep. Alright, they're still going. This could be the whole episode trying to fight off this raid. Let's go... Wait, was that one of them? Oh, two. Go get him, swimming golem. Oh. There you get him. Lots of XP in here. How you doing down here, buddy? You getting rusty? If I get a lead, can I pull you? You feel bad, man. I didn't mean to send you to your watery depths. It's time for some breakfast. Every good warrior needs his cornflakes and his Wheaties. Okay. I think we would do well to set up another... Oh boy. Another golem over here. Oh, that's not going to be good. Here. What? What's going on? Why did that stop working now? Is there a maximum now to the amount of golems you can build? I've never known that. Oh, here it is. I bet that was the problem on that one. Alright. No! Here. You guys take a lot of space. Look at all this junk I'm picking up, too. Just trying to have a raid. Now what is it? Do you have to carve the pumpkin, maybe? Maybe it's this. No. I am totally at a loss. Why can't I make more golem minions? That's a good distance shot. Dude, they're going to wear out my freaking bow. Oh, there's still two of the brutes? I know they may not be brutes, but they remind me of the piglin brutes. Or are these guys... Like, this guy should be hostile at me. He's not. This is gonna get me in huge trouble, I know. But if they're, they're not gonna hit me. All right, one more band. Oh, emerald. Come here. Okay, there's those two. One more. That was the enchanted bow dude. Where did he run off to? There he is. Where you going? Dude, seriously? I need a foos like in Skyrim. Alright. Why? Why the golem thing isn't going, I have no idea. Very, 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 very confusing. I don't understand. I don't have my horn on hand to inspire fear. Campfire's making scary campfire noises. Alright, where's this batch now? You guys see anybody? It's okay if you crush the crops. I'll forgive you today. You go away. No totems dropped yet, but we haven't seen the scary mobs either. I meant to open the gate before I blew that. Take that! Oh, I have a cooldown on the horn. So we made one here. Let's try, while we're just chilling and waiting to see where this raid is going to come in from. Because I don't need to fight them on their turf. So he's good. So maybe you just have to make it on. No, now I did it, and he's gonna fall in the water. And aw, now I got two wasted golems. And now you're gonna go in the water too, just to join all, make it a big party of worthless golems. Would you come here? I don't think you will. So much garbage. Where's the? Let's go over to these chests. You know, we stash some of these seeds out of the way. Because the last thing I want to do is miss out on other enchanted weapons. Or, heaven forbid, a totem that they dropped. Alright, do we... Oh, we haven't checked out over there. I'd really like to have you back in the world here, sir. Yeah, I'd love some kind of like a directional indicator. Oh. Oh, there's a witch up there. I don't even know if I'm hitting this guy. That one missed. Alright, well, instead of being stupid about this, why don't I try... I'll try making a platform. See if I can launch one from here. There we go. Now, I don't know... There's one I hit. I don't know if I'm knocking them off these trees as I do this. And I don't know if the Ravagers... Oh, take... I guess this is the punch not being good to me. Oh, look at that bow. Alright, it's almost nighttime. Dude, would you go over and kill them? Don't go down to the water. Let's just see if we can sleep. What I'd like to do is go... Oh, come on. Go down, son. You'll guard me, right, while I sleep? See, look at that guy coming. Go get him. You know, my wolves, if I had any, would be all over that guy. There he goes. Go get him. Oh, here they come. Wake up. Get to bed. Oh. So we got more crazy running around dudes? That's good for the bow. Someday we'll go make another bow. We'll take a little break. If we're in the trees, we should be able to... Oh, I missed him. I need to... I'd love to crit these guys, but I can't even... There we go. I was lucky. Thanks, game. Help me keep critting them. All right, do you see any Ravagers there, Mr. Golem? So short. Oh, there he is. Yeah, go get somebody. He's so fast, man. The Ravager may be distracted by the fire. Don't get it, dude. What? Either go up there and hit him. Do not walk in front of my arrows, though. Oh, uh-oh, here he comes. Golem, buddy. Buddy. Stay close over here. I'm going to need you. Oh, 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 here he comes. Here he comes. Go get him. Yeah, hit him. I'm very much afraid to. Ha ha ha. I got saddle. There we go. Troy, I don't know if you're still watching through all this craziness, but we got more saddle. That's good for our skelly horses or others. I think we got both our skelly horses currently saddled, but always use more. We still have that witch up on top of the tree, or was on top of the tree. Oh. Oh, there's a witch. The witch is... Good job, Golem. Now, get the witch. Here comes the witch. Look out. Yeah, take that, witch. All right, raid is resetting. Let's go try to reset ourselves and get this bow fixed, if we can. Weird. Oh. Take that, raid. Now, I'm very worried because now we have Vexes, I think. I don't know which wave this is. Was that 3? We have 5 in a one tier raid. So 2 more to go. They'll keep getting tougher. What do we need? We need string. Another stick. This is not how I envision spending levels, but 13, that seems like a lot. 3, much better. Alright, eat up. So yeah, having that, I guess I should look. Oh, look, he must be on it. Look at them all going down. Now, the worry there is if he kills some evoker in the middle of nowhere, I might not find the totems. And it's a little bit of a push. I mean, dude, doing all this and not getting a totem would be a massive bummer. But you leave my golem alone, you evil witches. Oh, dude, who hit me? Was that just a stray arrow? Bad witch. Bad witch. Bad witch. Oh, poison. Slow. I need it. No! Oh no! What? Why? What the bloody... No! What? Oh, this is terrible. Where's my sword? How many times has this happened in raids? Oh, you missed me. Ah! Alright. This is why we have a panic, an escape room. I don't know if that was that same glitchy type thing that's happened. Why on earth was my sword up there? Dude, not cool. How did he get me? Ah! Yeah, not the witches exactly. Now where did my new bow go? Is that like a witch thing? Oh, is that a witch thing? That they can, mess up your gear? Or did I do that somehow? If I did, I don't know what I was... I was trying to move the iron into the toolbar to fix the golem up on top of the hill was the big problem. So now we don't have any bow. Not good. I have 17 arrows. I'm just getting to Vexes, and these witches are wrecking me. You. Wait, now I have a bow. Oh, so that was the visual glitch, right? I had no bow, and then you go into a chest or something. Oh, look, there it is. You aren't nearly as bad off as you thought you were. All right, let's go see if we can repair, because that golem was a real American Dented Cup hero. No offense to my non-American buddies hanging out. A Real American Hero was a TV show from the 80s. It's corny and cheesy. Definitely recommend checking it out if you ever see it on a streaming platform. Pretty cringe laughable. Alright, now. If we come back up here, is he still alive? And, oh, the witch is. Where'd the witch go? Where are you, witch? So now we're going to get run around witches impossible to shoot? they killed my golem. Look at it. Look at his iron sitting there all sad on the ground. Dude, I need a better bow. Headshot. Finally. Oh my goodness. He's the last raider. I'm kind of making use of him running around like a fool. I don't currently have enough, but I think our golems up here were the best plan. So let's leave this dude. This is a little cheese, I think, but I was not expecting to trigger a raid. This is why we don't have villagers in the base. This is exactly why. Here. That's good. That makes 2 more. We got the deals. We can sleep. Okay. Now, eat again. I think we might have to make a better path after we're done with all this, too. But what I will be really happy, if we can go up and relocate that cobblestone pad before that last guy runs too far away or we lose track of him or anything, we'll make 2 golems up here because the evokers and the vexes are bad news. And then we're going to try to keep them healthy with the iron bars. Ingots. While we hang out up here. Alright, there you are. But before we may not even take you out. We may give you as a warm-up to our buddies here. Sick. Sick raider. Alright, now where did he go off to? I'll take him if... There you are. Oh, you were going to run away, were you? Alright, this could be big trouble. No more shears, we don't need them. None of that, none of that. You. Counter horn. Please let this end it. Oh no, now where are they? After I made our little guys, they'll come up somewhere else. We see them? You guys see any threats? What's our threat status, golems? You're my mercenaries. Show me what's up. Man, I'm glad we have that fortune pick to get all this iron. Remember when we had so much iron yesterday and we're like, yeah, we'll be good there. Beacons, we can make them. Not so much. Raiders? Witches. Ooh, witchy woman. do we think here? Um, that means come fight me in goat. Golems are in action. The raid count is going down. And I'm assuming that that is back up the hill. So if we can drag any down, we'll do that. If we can bolster our golem army, we'll do that. But the Vexes are bad news, and everything I've seen about this raid with them like running around and not really attaching any evokers are going to be big trouble for that. Check corners or peripherals. All right, which one of you guys got to kill? Huh? Who's don't walk off the cliff. Come back up here. Guys. They wouldn't go after my goat, would they? Well, they quite often come from different angles. Usually I set up raids and have a city kind of set up with a few defenses ready to go. Sheep, chicken. I don't think they're advanced agents. I don't see anything up high anywhere. Where is this wave? Now watch, we'll get all the way up to this last wave, if it is the last wave, not the second to last. And then I'll drown in or freeze to death in powder snow. Could see that happen. Ooh. Ooh. Some coal or iron there. We may need that. Although I think we can do pretty well on our iron back down in the deep caves. Which I'd planned to spend a whole bunch of today in. Till this dumb old raid happened. It's a cow. I kind of thought the cow was a raider. Wait, no. So now I'm too far. How can I be out of range of the raid and yet not even see these dudes? And now I'm not coming back in? Was that a timeout deal? Right? Because last time we got too far away and it said we were... They didn't kill my villager, did they? I want to. Well, this... Okay, the good news is you didn't die. I guess we survived? Yay? What? Wait. Okay. Who's fighting? I hear fighting. Is that you guys? You taking care of business down here? I heard somebody getting dead. That was the weirdest mess of a thing. All right, so I think what we need to learn from this is we are not good to come back to here without triggering the raid. So we're going to have to put milk. How many milks do we have? We got a couple. We're going to have to put a couple of milks out by the future farm site. Uh, Figure out. We got here. We got a lot of banners. Man, oh man, oh man. No. No totems. What a waste that feels like. Even though we survived and it was all good, not coming away with a totem from a raid. That's the first time I think I've ever. Well, I shouldn't say that. When raids were brand new, I think I did fail one. Just kind of like, what do I do? And I was so worried about surviving, I let the the raiders kill all the villagers because I didn't know to like put one away in a panic room or anything like that. Okay. Let's make a chest for some milk. Our raid horn maybe scared him off. Like that's the story we should stick to. We need a lot of coal back in there. Worst bit, we were a net negative on our XP because we had to repair that stupid bow. Our shield didn't get too dinged up. I mean, honestly, we didn't take much damage. I think the Vexes would have changed that. Alright, let's go do this milk so we have it for the future. Although I'll just as stupidly do the same thing in the future, I'm sure. But hopefully we're close enough that if we do ever trigger a raid here again, we can handle it much, without nearly the same level of panic. You get that netherite armor going, and things calm down quite a bit. All right, I'm thinking out here. Right, we're in the middle of the night. We kill a banner guy. We just go to the sugarcane. When in doubt, run for the sugarcane. That's our new motto. Alright, well, going way, way, way back to the till world and the slow cooker world, our goal of the day is always, I should keep this up with the Twitch folks, don't die. Don't die. Goal of the day. You make it through the day, you don't die, it's a good day. We did that, and in the midst of it, we had raids going on, so all good. We should feel happy. We'll leave the bamboo for now, although scaffolding would have been nice for our little... Oh, look at there! We can start to see our enchanting house. Oops. I forgot to look where I was going. Alright. So, we'll go get one enchant. Whatever the best thing looks like, we're taking. And then we're going down. We'll try to rack up some XP exploring in the caves and gathering loot. Try to pick up wherever the this goes here. Wherever things left off. Let's take planks. We can use those to make more diamond gear. Armor held up. I mean, again, we didn't take the witches got us nearly, but we didn't take a whole lot of damage. Close that. Nothing else there. How you feeling over there, farmer buddy? Feeling safe? Good. I'm glad you didn't lose any sleep the last few nights while I was up fighting off your things. Yeah, a little scuffed. Nothing won't buff right out though. It'll be good. All right. Well, here we are, up on the top of the world. Speaking of scuffed, we'll see if we can shine some of this up with a little bit of magical glow. So let's take a look at all the various things that we do. Dang it! I know I'm walking naked back down the stairs, but hopefully that's safe. I can see you like no armor, just trip on the stairs and roll all the way down, take enough damage and die. That seems like something I do. But we get to admire the vines. So the reason I'm making the trip back down, I would like to look at bows in this, and I've in my experience is either the first or the second enchant will be extra good, right? Then you're back down to earth, and you got to just deal with standard RNG, but the game will give you an early kind of beginner's luck, in my opinion, on something. You'll get something nice to start you off. All right, we're gonna take these string up with us so we can make more bows. It's part of having the planks to make sticks and axes and swords and all the rest of it. Um, so we shall see. Feels very jiggly going up these stairs. And that was almost 2 hours of stream time just dealing with those raiders and not getting the main loot out of it. Fox noise. Where are you, buddy? Did you see all those raiders? I know at one point a Ravager looked like he was going to come and eat you. But we shot him and our golem got him. All right. Load this up and let's see what we might have. Flame, unbreaking 3. Not good enough. Respiration 3. Very tempting. We'll see what more we have to. No. Bad thorns. Unbreaking 3. Kinda good, but not there. Blast prot. Kinda nice. I tend to like to go with the prot 4. Um, but I, I want to study, do a little more reading because as much as I played this game, as much as I know it and love it, reading that armor and enchantment stuff the other day, I'm wondering if you've got Prot 4, are you then maxed out? Are you getting additional benefit? Feather Falling 4 is also tempting. That one can save your bacon pretty nicely. And I believe that's max level. But I hate to. This was only flame. I hate to waste that first enchant. Um, I think. I, feathers. Because it's a book, right? So we'll only get feathers, and then we'll have to put it on the boots, and we'll still be waiting for the boots. It would be a good one to hang on to, but like I said, the first one can and in my experience often is kind of OP. So fingers crossed. Res 3, I'll always take that on a helmet too, and hopefully we get something else to go along with this as a first enchant. If this or this had been anything but unbreaking, I would have rolled there. Um, but with already having our fortune pick, I think we're all right. Let's roll here. See what we get. Blast 4, Res 3. I'll take it. That's what we were looking at on the boots. And yeah, creepers, take that. We'll at least be a little more set. Okay, now we're too low though. So this, these, this, and this all are gonna live up here now. And you can switch there. We'll have the fortune pick ready to go. Get over here, back in your spots. Let's go caving. Get some XP and come back up here and do some more. Sadly, I'd really now like to get all the way up to like 50 and get the maxed out multiple enchants, because now it goes back down. You don't get extra bonus stuff for an early enchant. So yeah, it was fun. But I'm happy that Blast 4 could keep us alive. I don't think there's any reason to go back in. Let's just go down. We've wasted a bunch of time. Maybe, depending on what we run into and find and deal with, maybe we'll work on the other side of the staircase at some point. But I don't think we need to. Now we got this nice little shortcut staircase. Alright, what were we doing when we were down here? And where did the... We went to that stairs, right? Here, let's... We're kind of hunting XP, so... Now we want that stuff. Copper doesn't help us too much. We need lots of coal. Oh, we were talking about how we wanted to go coal mining today. I think we would have gotten there if it hadn't been for the raid. Here to here, maybe? No, we cut the stairs over this way, right? Here, yeah, there's a little... Okay. We were fighting those skellies. Oh, I made a little jump. I made a little jump spot to be safe. See that when you have raids, that stuff helps. A little more light there. All right, let's go back this way because this is where we were working at the end of the episode yesterday, right? We had those skellies and creepers. Got the disc. All that good stuff. And it was way back over here. There's some gold. All right. I need more apples. I hate to say it, but now I kind of feel like I hope we run into some creepers, just so I don't feel bad for not taking the feathers for you. Iron, gold, anything up high? A little bit more light. More iron. Go this way first. Okay. Um, aw. I don't know if you know, but I tried to beat a raid today. They ran off. I don't really know what happened to the raiders, but we won. We're still here. Our villager is still here. Therefore, I declare victory. And Skelly, you got nothing on me. Nothing. I say. Lots of creepers. Um. Alright, pal. You want to fall down that hole? Oh, I'll come over here. Would you come over here? And, oh, I got stuck. I just wanted to push him down the hole. Hi, creeper. That's a fun surprise down the hole. That seemed unnecessary. Double torch insta place. We still got this hole. Pick that up again. Squids out there, I think. Well, day's been awesome, man. Every day is a good day, although it is a cooker of a day today. And because I didn't really sleep much last night, it kind of crept up on me early. I thought I saw Skelly. Oh, dude. Went flying, man. Yeah, I had to, it was kind of weird being a Sunday, but I had to get the rental car I used for my vacation back and dropped off today. And of course, that meant getting, oh, there's more of our mine, finally. Oh, hey. Ow. You maybe have some punch or something. Why don't you come over here and say that? Oh. Oh, boy. See, this is where I make it a little tougher, because now I'm like, oh, get the creeper. Did he get the creeper? I heard a creeper. No, there's the creeper. Okay, well, you guys are on opposite sides. Get him again! Oh, man! You already hit him once. Shoot! No. Now we gotta go all the way around. Not fall in the hole. Where's the creeper? Oh, creeper, come on, dude. Ow. Now where's the creeper? You over here? What'd you do with the creeper, dude? Did you shoot him? No, he's over there? Is that him? Or is that a different one? Must be him. He just got confused and lost. So bad at focusing. Fine. Find another skelly that wants to break that creeper. Ooh. Any skellies over here? Hey guys, I got a creeper for you to take care of. Anybody want the job? Pays well. Get to see a diamond on my sword as I push it through your bony face. That was fun. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Okay, where are the skellies now, guys? Whew. Good XP out of that. Up to 28. Grab these. Try to level this out so if I have to do those little fallback shooting maneuvers, can. I'd really like to get into this mine again. Hopefully we can find some books. Enchanted golden apples, always good. Hi! I haven't gotten to use my sword very much anymore, so thanks for letting me do that. Appreciate you. Now, I doubt we have... Oh, we do have our iron sword. Well, that's good. That's not... Kind of like this at this level, not that level. You are not a big hole. Is the odd 25 to 1 good? I'm gambling in GTA. It's a long shot. I'm not a huge gambler. But 1 in 25, you're way better off playing like blackjack or something like that. So you need to get a lot of money for if your 1 in 25 hits, right? That's the way. Um, so should I go for the lowest number instead? Just always depends on how much, like, if you got something that's 25 to 1 odds, like that in horse racing or something like that, that would be a pretty long shot. That I think, and again, you're the Kentucky guy, right? You probably know better than I do. Like, aren't the long shot, the longest shot horses, they're like 60, 80 to 1 tops. And you have a couple that are like 5 to 6. Um, so if you bet the money, like most of the field would be in the like 15 to 30 to 1 type odds. Um, and the higher that is, the more money you get back if your horse hits. I don't know what GTA is doing. Um, but if you're betting 25 to 1 instead of like a 2 to 1, if you're betting a 2 to 1, that means you got like 50% chance of it hitting. So you're not going to win much back on that bet, but it should hit far more often. And that's just kind of the tipping point of gambling as far as I know. But yeah, when I do go to places, casinos or whatever, in Vegas or something like that, if I'm on vacation, I don't know. I used to gamble a little bit more when I was younger, and when I do, you know, back then it was honestly because I was on vacation and thinking about it, I'd take like, a couple $100, which is a lot, and I wouldn't do that. That's why I don't do it very often. Um, and would This is the stuff, right? This is the deep, deep dark. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, hold everything. Enough gambling talk. Now, these white things are what attract it, right? We got to be quiet. I don't know how all this goes. There's something about carpet. I'm pretty sure we don't want to fight a warden. If we see a warden, we run away. You get like some kind of warnings that the warden is coming, right? I know you can use wool and walk on that. I've also heard that carpet or wool or something to muffle the sound of your footsteps. Oh, Oh, look at all this stuff. So can I take these? I don't even know. So what is Berger I was talking about? He's not here. Shulk boxes or something? Or Skulk? What did I get? I got nothing. Do I need like Silk Touch or something? I don't have my. What's this? Okay. Oh, that just broke. I'm guessing we're gonna need Silk Touch to grab any of these, if we can even then. I don't know about lights. Like, is that a bad idea to light everything up, or is it a good idea? Silk Touch Hoe. Hoe, yeah, I got it. So I need a Silk Touch Hoe? We have a Fortune Hoe. We don't have a Silk Touch Hoe, though. Skulk. Alright, well, we can. Certainly look into this. Now. Oh! Wait, what? Is that's the warning? What did I just do? Try with just okay, we can come back and do that. But what did I just do over there? Um, I want to get around this and see if. Oh man, we're already down below some of it here. Is it just me or does Minecraft seem angry with us today? The raid. We come down and find our first deep dark, and then it starts thunderstorming to scare me. So there's these little. I don't know how the light is. Kind of watching. So we got. Are these the frog lights? I know there's a frog light thing. I don't know how to make them. And then we have these little things, and I think that's what lit up over there. Like that one. See, that's lit up. What is that? Is that like alerting on us? Oh, oh, oh! What are they doing? Uh, okay. Oh, 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 oh. I like it. I don't understand it, but I like it. I'm just watching here while I drink some coffee. Don't be loud near any of those. They alert this one block which calls the warden. Wait, but that's what I'm wondering. Is one of these two blocks the warden block? Like the summoning the warden block? I know worst case we just bug out and run, right? I've seen fights with the warden, where people are like, we're gonna go kill it, and I'd like to at some point, certainly. Um, I think when properly geared, we have as good a chance as anybody. Um, it's kind of more traditional game boss fight type stuff from what I've seen. You gotta kind of set a route. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Set a route. Um, get in and out. Hit when you can, and then get clear. Okay. So I really think. So do you think I need to like? Oh, I'm sorry, man. But that's my take with gambling. Look at it like you're going to a movie or um, playing a game or something like that. Whatever. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself and anybody else. It's kind of just the way I look at it. Is before I ever set foot in a casino or at a track or at not, I haven't been to a track in man, I don't know, 20 years. Um, I just count that as entertainment money that I'm not getting back. Oh, am I too close? Do the lights affect these at all? Or is it just noise? If I'm crouching like this, am I good? Can I go across it, or will they... Oh! Oh! That was a bat. Oh. And there's got to be more good stuff down there, right? Oh. They sound like frogs. So if I try to like go through that, it's gonna make the noise and it's all gonna freak out, right? Oh, look at it all up above my head. Eh. Advancement Sneak 100? That's new. Sneak near a skulk sensor or warden to prevent it from detecting you. Awesome. Yeah, we haven't taken our jukebox. I haven't really focused on advancements at all yet. But we got a couple today. We got the golem one. I think we got the we got the kill a raid captain. Maybe consider staying away from villages. That's the precursor one. I guess we had to complete the raid. Kill a mob near a skulk catalyst. So that thing we're learning here just from within the game. That thing is a catalyst. Science, we know those are things we don't want to mess around with too much. Man, we don't even have our end or our get each frog variant on a lead. I don't even have 3 leads. Catch a tadpole in a bucket. I haven't even seen a tadpole. Bucket, bucket. I love it. I hadn't even looked at uh, the new advancements. There we got all that. We can. That's easy. Nether Portal. I thought we were going to the Nether today, but this is better because it's new. Um, so that's a sculpt catalyst. Now I'm really worried that if I bang on these rocks, it's gonna be too close to that, and they're gonna freak out, right? No. Shh. Shh. It's okay. I'm not here. Huh. Now, are those like counting as anything, or am I just? Yeah, but I can't go off. I can't go down crouching. That's what I'm worried about, man. Is each time I do this, that thing does that. But is that like a first stage, or is that like a we're going? Oh, there's those shooty things. I don't even know. Am I? We're at negative 32, so we're not deeper. Yeah, I now understand what you're talking about. I don't know. This I've waited a long time. I've been through how many worlds just trying to get down here. I want to check all this out. I'm not going back for stupid wool just to do it. We may have to go back for torches and all that. That seems potentially good. What's that? Okay, that's just the bottom of one of those maybe catalyst blocks. Can't get you, redstone, because if I hit you with a pick, all the rest of this stuff is gonna freak out. So, I don't see a city down there. Oh, what's down here? Can I wind around this? I'm wondering now if I'm stupid. As soon as I saw this, if I should have gone back up. Like I just like, oh, we're not going for a wool. Should I have just gone back up? Should I have gotten wool and a bunch of... okay, what is this? Is this our target? This looks like a structure. We need a spyglass. Troy, why didn't you tell me to make a spyglass? I wish I knew. I'm not necessarily asking, but I kind of wish I knew. Like, if I get into trouble way down here and like warden's coming and I'm just I'm just running like a mad fool. Um. Oh. If I start just running for the hills, am I? What about this? Does that make them angry? By placing a torch on the stuff? Kind of been avoiding that. Kind of wanted to see what would happen. Now, is there anywhere that's not lava that I can actually climb? Oh, that's one of those things. Hmm. Do. Hi, thingy. You're beautiful. Not really. Shh. Don't make him angry. Alright, so this is just the same hole. What? I think this is where we need to be, right? But, like you said, I either need wool to build stairs. Like, will placing blocks freak them out? Hmm? Maybe. It might freak them out. Uh, is there like a cooldown maybe? Shh, everybody just chill. We're chilling. Okay, that light went back down. Yeah. Someday I will know what the angry signs are. Like I don't think we've gone into crazy mode yet, have we? Huh? Shh. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna get down here, and then something's gonna get real mad. Oh, was that thing that was making all that noise? Um, yeah, I think we. Okay, okay, shh. Shh, 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 shh. I don't think I can get down in that hole with what I've currently got. Um, just placing cobblestone all the way down there. So let's try to work back. And once if we get out of here, we'll maybe check out some of this mine on our way back up. I have no idea what our inventory looks like, but we certainly didn't grab anything down here, so it should be pretty good. So I guess in order to get that um, kill a mob by the catalyst thing, we'd have to. Obviously, they're not spawning in here, right? So we'd need to drag one into the area and then kill it. This isn't as bad because we're going up, so we can stay crouched as we hop. Okay. Zigzag on out. Watch out for creepers coming off those mine bridges. What's over here? Ooh. Okay, well that goes back in. Oh, we can finally get back to mining a bit. I should be using this. That's we're in the deep slate. Oh, hello. Oh, 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 okay. Guess we'll do that a couple times then. Um, ooh, ooh. Okay, we're going down. Nice having that Res 3 on the helmet, though, for this stuff. And that that bit isn't as cool. So I'd kind of like the diamonds. Can I go here, here? Okay, we still got our way out. Now, this doesn't look too deep slatey, or whatever, skulky. And I'm guessing we're deep. 54. I think that's about right for diamond mining. Now, the worst part would be if I'm, like, tunneling up towards him and don't know it. Like, that. Okay, clearly this is a stupid idea. Do we know, are these things in some way related to the frogs? How do the frogs get involved in all this mess? Also, what's back here? Other than more XP. Wouldn't mind more diamonds. Just saying, game. Oh, and then we have... more of this stuff. Um... Not entirely yet. I appreciate the offer. I may have to ask for help. I already know it's something about magma blocks and all that. I've seen some of the farm stuff, but I don't understand the mechanics of it. Um, there will be a time, certainly, if we get to that point. But honestly, in this trip, I just want to survive. I want to get enough more levels back to do a bit more enchanting. And I wonder if this is what we were underneath. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. My bad. Um, look at all this. Oh, we got lush coming down on it. This is amazing. All right, that looks pretty cool, right? Lava river, lush cave above, some of this deep dark stuff. Whoa, bat, easy. No face bombing. Still don't think we've seen any kind of a city. Wow, that is cool. This could be an awesome place to set up. Like I don't know. Can we get to a point where we'll have the tools or the resources or whatever to build down in these areas? Um, or is that just stupid? Like, can we neutralize the little early warning sound detector things? Um, so we could put a base in this area and not have to worry about the warning. I don't think that was the intent from the developers, but I don't know. That doesn't mean it wasn't made to be possible. I'm sure loads of people are already gathering up the resources to be able to take up and use in builds, which is cool. Okay, we're down to 50 torches. Oh, shh. Quiet. I don't think there's anything down there. Oh. They don't like lights, clearly. This is all just a deep, dark corner, I guess. Yeah, I don't see anything down in there. Yeah, I definitely think this is where you need like a muffled, possibly stupid, but possible. Well, you know. Well, you got to do a little stupid here and there. Um, oh, dude! And I just kept moving. That was my fault right there. I was in between the crouching and the jumping. Got scared of the lava and almost went right in. Oh, hey! What's up, buddy? Now, oh, I guess we're killing them with 2 shots now. I was actually going to try to bring him back over and kill him by one of these catalyst things to see if that would get us the advancement and what that would do in terms of sound. But next time. Okay, more of these little catalysty things. We got glow squid. Oh, is that diamond? Might be a diamond. Ooh, okay. There. I know. I know. So bright. It's just ruining your little rock slimy kind of day. Yeah, that's diamond. I don't want to. Nothing seemed to care about that. I don't want to mess up the lava down here because it looks beautiful. So we're just going to go with an elevated thing. Dumb artificial risk here that I really don't need to be taking. Like if anything drops down on us here or if we somehow get knocked into the lava, no getting out when it's above your head like this. But if you want to preserve the original landscape, don't know much choice. All this for diamond. 2 diamonds. At least. Thanks, fortune pick. You're really fortuned that one. This gets more. I'm like leaning into the screen here, trying to see into some of this dark stuff. Doesn't exactly work that way. I don't. I don't see anything that's obviously a city yet. So let's. Ooh, now go back. Shh, calm down. Calm down, you little. Grab some XP here. I think we're far enough away. That one could be not over lava. A little more here I think we can grab. A little more. This is riskier. I'm not going to risk it. I don't know if that's a harmless idea or a bad idea to hit that redstone that's covered with that blue stuff. Now we got this guy. We got one over here. I'd kind of like to give them wide berth. That one I think we'll leave since it's so surrounded. I'm guessing all these like feed the signals back into those little catalyst blocks. All right, now how did we get out of here? Over here. And then back up. We've gone a long way underground. This could be quite an adventure. All right, we don't need to do too much slow stuff. I think we already came back up to waterfalls and all that, though, right? That was older. Oh, yeah, we went around this little curve. I think we can get all this. Oh, is this the waterfall? Had we hopped out? Yeah, we've still got this little bit. Uh-oh. This little bit. Now we're out. Alright, we want to go back up here. And now we are back basically to the top. Awesome. All right, well, we didn't... we basically survived not accidentally triggering the warden. And I think much like the raid, today's all about surviving experiences, right? So, the next experience, we've still got some space here. Let's go see if we can grab a few torches or find out what's going on with this bit of the mine. And then when we want to get back out, we go up through there and then back over to our staircase. But maybe this gets closer to reconnecting up there. So kind of this direction. What is that direction? Think northeast or southwest. I was close. Oh, skelly spawner. You missed out, Troy. Neener, neener, neener. Eating food, not finding skelly spawners with me. um, since Troy's been the active one in the chat and he's taken off to grab some food, this is a dungeon. I don't think I put these cobble blocks here. We're gonna explore that next. Check out the chests, find out if there's any loot inside. I'm gonna do that after I take a quick little break and be right back. It is about 2:45 my time, and I may step away for just a little bit longer than I normally do, kind of in the 5 to 10 as opposed to 2 to 5 type break. So forewarned is prepared. In fact, let's go ahead and hit the escape. I will throw up the slide. Like I said, 5 to 10 minutes or so. Be right back. Take care, guys. We'll see you in a second. All right, my friends, we're working our way back here. No, we won't rush it though. Just kind of easing on in. Had to check the Nazem Kadri watch along with all the other regular break stuff. Stretching, getting a coffee refresh, hitting the restroom, all that good stuff. Checking the temperature, which my thermometer outside says it's just above 90. But man, I was out in it earlier today. It felt like the upper 90s to me. So I don't know. I have mine in the shade. I try to not let it get like direct sun to hype it up. But so here we are, Troy Warzone Gaming. You are the man, but I can't wait all day. So hopefully you got that food. And oh, this works out pretty good because they can't. Ow. Oh boy, mistakes were made. Shoot each other. Shoot each other. Get. Ow. We know we're gonna have at least one, and of course it's you. There we go. All right. Lights. Extra chest. See, this is what we needed. Okay, this is important because you got to get all those little spaces. Just because there's a wall, if you're close enough to the spawner to be in the spawning area, you can still get mobs kicking around the back corner. Unfortunately, we only get one chest in this one. That is a little bit lame, but having this extra minecart chest is nice. Oh, I thought that was more cobble. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, now we're back around. So we just went in a big loop. I can deal with that. Oh, this is going to be good because we'll have when we set up and process through this spawner here. Now, was there other stuff? Because I came from down here, right? Oh no, I didn't. I dropped in through that corner. So this is all relatively new. I do have string already, so let's do a string clearing heavy session down here. And we'll just kind of explore around a little bit, see if anybody's popping up before we dig into these chests. So again, many of you guys know from when we lost the last world, just after we'd kind of gotten on this point, we then had the creeper witch combo, mambo combo that whooped up on us. But we want to have 4 blocks of space around these, so we can go ahead and actually clear that out on this top level. Just while we're getting back from break, I said it was going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to give everybody a good chance. We are at -2, so we have plenty of room to take this down the extra 4, do the water drop, and still go. However, we may start hitting into some of that deep dark stuff, which would be a bummer. If we get too close to any of that, what we'll do is just leave them with a drop that's shorter and just kill them with more swings, right? Once we get mending, that wouldn't be a big problem. There we go. Just clearing out this little bit of space here in anticipation that we will be clearing up. And I knew our inventory here was pretty full, so we will top off. Oh, now I've got fences not. Fences not planks. Don't know that that would be my preference. Let's see what else we end up with here, though. Alright, now you are still coming back to here. Leave that for now. Just lets us know what more we're in for while we do work in this space or around it. So I hope, I think we were far enough out that we're going to be all right when it comes down to it. I think we need all 9. Let's do... Get the planks. More planks. We have room for you. We came in from here, right? Hello, zombies. Now we can take all this. And I think what we may try to do right now, while we're just kind of in this mode of not anticipating those treasure chests, man, they're going to have to be awesome to live up to this hype. But we may try to just punch straight out from the skelly spawner, right? Because we came in from there, and here we can go back and look at it. This is where we were running around with the skellies and the creepers. Yesterday, we'd ended the stream right here. This was where we got a disc, and our little exit is right back there, right? So we're over. But I think if we just punch straight from the skelly, we're gonna have a pretty straight path over to that opening, and then we don't have to go all the way around here. We just got a more direct run, and can keep simplifying that back to where we're getting to it right out of our base. We got some more iron ore there. It's really this gold. Let's grab it. Hey Troy, did you see what we discovered? Oh, maybe you just heard me talking about it. I hadn't seen your comment there. Yeah, I took a little break too because I didn't want to spoil all the fun. We are full though, so we're gonna run back, unload. I may grab a hoe because we talked about that, but otherwise we're gonna be a little distracted in the mine area for a bit. In the best of ways. See, this already is so long and convoluted. Hopefully, when we extend the grand staircase a bit further, we won't have to worry about all this twisting and turning around. It'll just go straight down through what there is in the mine on that high high area and down to where we have easier access to the mines and the deep dark. Although that without a city, that deep dark stuff, I don't know how much use we're gonna have for it. We'll go back and grab some of the blocks if we can, but we may have to keep looking to get the city. But yeah, I can't remember if it was Berger or CJ Damascus that we're talking about the skulk blocks. So close to that now. See, I think once we continue all this down further, store that off, and I think this had fences. That's a little bit. Probably have to run those up, or at least relocate them up by these stairs so we can get it deeper. Hey, here we are. Let's hope that raid doesn't just randomly decide, hey, you know what? We're going to be a raid again. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Cook up this gold. Thanks. I think I'll need some of those, although we can keep clearing up a little bit. I guess we were full on cobble. This one, tough. I know I used all my hay bales that I was going to trade with you on my goat. Sorry, dude. That has not had much of a chance at all yet. Did we have any dogs out and around us? We could go get wolves. I wouldn't take them down into the deep. Might be something to do. All right. Well, while that gold is cooking, sure. Let's take the fortune hoe. Put those away. And more torches. That was what I needed. Alright. Zoom. Don't get dizzy. See, usually when I have two of these, then I can like alternate back and forth. It keeps my mouse from getting too shifted to one side or the other. This will be a quick shot. I want to knock out that path. We'll probably hit the 2 treasure chests and see what we get. And then come back up. And like so many others, this will just help us remember the path better. We still want to get up over kind of out of the 30s in terms of XP, I think. It could be a lot further, right? We could have to take a boat trip or something just to get to an access to an area like this, but not to fear. We'll keep on improving on. Here's our little jump over point. All right, well, what was that, like a full minute? And then we've still got all this, which we'll now hope to cut out. Okay, so first thing, where does this go? does this. This is just the end of stuff. I don't want to go up. I think we're going to clear this whole tunnel, which may be frustrating for some folks. Sorry about that if it is. I just want to make as direct and quick a path as we can back to the spot. And Troy, if you didn't see it, this is a skelly spawner. You can see the little skelly in there spinning around. We haven't looked in the chest yet. We're just clearing out here. But I think we will do that as soon as we punch this hole through, so we can determine how easily we can get in and out of here. Then we'll come back, empty the chest or as much as we can. Hope there's no holes. Well, holes would be alright. Makes the exploration easier. As long as we don't fall in them. Get some more iron while we're down here. Not doing very well getting all these. Ooh. Very dark. Very scary. Alright, so I get all the chopping done on this run. I think so. Fortune. Let's get this iron. And this is just, if I normally running through it, I don't want ugly ceiling, little oddball blocks and whatnot. So I'll just tidy it up a little bit. I'm gonna take this all down level. Glad we have diamonds though for this. Iron picks would be no fun. So we get possible chest loot. Top find, as always, we've got one. More notch or god or enchanted golden apples, whatever you like to call them. We want more of those goodies. Name tags are always good. We will eventually be able to trade for those, but that's a ways off, and I am having more fun not working up the farms and all that just yet. So I'd rather get a few more out of the chests. Diamonds, enchanted books can be good or bad. I think there's a few other rare items that can be mixed into these chests, but you can always get gold, apples, torches, coal, kind of some like common loot. Diamonds can be in there. I'm not sure about emeralds. Regular golden apples, golden carrots. Alright, so we are kind of on a level now with our path. So now we go on the punch path and just try to find out how far we got to go, where this breaks out into that cavern that we've already been cutting through. Clay, first clay. So this is that lush edge of the cave. So I have the shovel here. Get a can of this. I don't know if that's andesite. What that is that we're breaking. I think it's andesite. It's very dark. Like butter, the andesite. Oh, oh. Some iron over there. And then we'll kind of see how far down we need to take the stairs to get this easy climb up. And do I actually want to lower a parallel path down to whatever the kill chamber will be underneath this farm? I don't know that we're going to have enough time to set up the farm today. So we may focus more on additional exploration, seeing if there's extra chests and things that we can be looting here in the... Oh, oh, that's what you got to watch out for. Okay, let's try another 3. See where that gets us. Just what we wanted, more stairs, right? Except that these stairs have the benefit of extra cobbly exhaustion. Definitely warrants getting that lit up at this point, I think. Now, this was all in the way, so we'll just trim this wall. Ooh, look at that. We even got some good old lapis. A little bit more XP there. Punch this out just a touch. And I don't know what's going to be more direct out of these, but we'll put one torch low there. And I think we'll come back with some stairs because I don't want to have to hop this every time. Alright, boom. Oh, did I not get the fortune for the lapis? That was dumb. Not bad. And I think just for aesthetics, clean this up and make it continuous. Easy on the eyes. I know. I know I have a compulsion, but I don't like space jumping up endless stairs. All right, so here we are. We haven't, well, I guess we kind of filled up our inventory again. Anything that we can combine stacks on? Not really. That doesn't really help, but make some blocks of clay. Fine. Ooh, no, I think we'll just stay low. Creeper, what you doing out there, man? Not invited to this party. Oh, and there's a enchanted bow skelly. No! Oh, that was what I was worried about when we first started all this. Remember? I was like, oh man, if I get knocked off by a punch arrow, you're not even gonna drop that bow for me? You give me a bone. See how it is. Oh, and then there was you. Anybody else looking to make my return home slow, painful? Oh yeah, these all need stairs. This is so much hopping. I think you asked during the tunneling, but we're just kind of clearing the path back to the um, mine and future Skelly farm. And when we come back down, we'll probably have to make another run, but we're going to go look in those chests for the first time. We're going to switch out this gold for iron. That put away. More of that. This. And these can now go here. This can go over here. This is the animal box. That was from our weird raid. Oh, I didn't leave the fences and the rail stuff. Do I have fences out here? Not yet. Let's add some fences. Drop some planks. Put this one piece of iron. Oh, I guess we can just keep it all cooking. You go away. You A lot of deep slate we mined on that one. All right. Before we get too carried away, do we want to use cobble and... Let's do that. I should make a stone cutter, shouldn't I? I think that takes a smooth stone. All right, let's go get the loot. Maybe do a little bit more. Oh no, I was gonna go. Let's go up and enchant. See what we can get for an enchant. Got to be something good. And depending on what we find down in the mine, it's not impossible for us to think we could still get to the Nether. All right. Got this bow. Oh, and do this. I guess I didn't need the helmet. There. Unbreaking. Not too worried about item wear just yet. Prot 3. Fire Prot 3. None of those particularly stunning. Fortune 3. Already got it. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, I don't care to get fortune on any of the tools. Flame on the bow again. Unbreaking on the sword. I really want weapon power there. And the book. Save us book. Looting 2. Costs us 3 levels, so that takes us all the way back down to 27 again, and it's not looting 3. We'd need another looting 2, but we could eventually stick that on a sword, and in terms of Eyes of Ender, it's really helpful. What were the other? Sharp 2, Aqua Affinity. Actually, the Aqua Affinity could be good because that doesn't have a level. We could stick that on the helmet right now and be even better in the water if we go back out in the boat and are looking for ships and all that kind of stuff. Let's take that and protect our levels a little bit. We can use that. It doesn't help us downstairs much, but it's something. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I'm missing anything. Those all back on. What's this? Are you guys buddies? Look at you two, the fox and the frog. Oh, F1. Hey, look this way. Fox. Come on, man. Hey. Fox. Whoa. There you are. 3 pals. It's going to be way too big for any kind of a screenshot or anything, but... Alright. F5. Get our stuff back. So I assume foxes and frogs are friends then, because they seem like they're hanging. Like, you know, if a zombie and a villager end up in a boat together, the zombie's going after the villager the whole time. So if the fox was going to eat the frog, I think it would happen. Alright. There we go. These go back down to the bottom of the stairs in the mine. These are going with us to make our passage easier. We still haven't gone back down to the deep slate to get that. Or try to get that stuff. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get to the nether. I think we just got too much stuff to do. But pretty productive so far. Rail stuff. Not here yet. We'll kind of work our way back from the Skelly farm with what stairs we have. Stairs, stairs. Everywhere there's stairs. Easing out the block jumps. Soothing my mind. Walk this, don't jump that. Let us use the stairs. So hopefully we'll be able to come back up through a lot of this, because I'd love to have all this staired too. This stuff a little tougher to figure out just where. Like this obviously would be a good spot for a staircase. All right, here we go. So I think everything from here is set. So good. Is this where we came up this time? I think so. All right, this is the next spot we were talking about. Obvious stairs. And we line up well there. Oh yeah, it's already getting better. if we care too much about this, but that. Um, a little worried about that when I did it. Ooh. I'll check in just a second here. Sorry, I don't know how long that was up there as I was placing steps. You looking for the 80 to 100 death range? Because I'd say we've gotten a good taste of some of that kind of stuff today. Alright, then I don't know if we need the... You waited until I got on that stair and you could potentially push me off just to shoot at me. You're rude, sir. I don't know if I like that. That critted without me doing anything to earn it. I don't know if that was a result of me being on the stairs. Kind of weird. I hadn't jumped and wasn't like settling down or anything. Do think you should have to earn your crits. Alright, one more back here, just to make the turns easy. This will still work. This, however... Oh, not there. Alright. Eliminate the need for stairs here. Nope, 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 no. You gone over this iron too many times. Not to pick it. Okay, that cancels that. And let's just put these two. We kind of cleaned up from our mess. Now we go loot. First we get rid of this head smasher. wants to head smash. See, that was a crit. Come on. You got some good armor. You gonna give me some of that? Oh, are stairs tough? Oh yeah, I just looked at the chat again. I gotta remember to look at the date or the day count. Do that before we start grabbing loots. Speaking of grabbing loots. All right, day count 144. Wow, we've managed to spend a lot of time in this world. It does kind of feel like that. All those boat adventures and stuff. Oh, here I just opened it up after all that time without even really building up the drama. So we got one gold apple, kind of nice because those just stack usually, and 13 old classic disc. It's kind of like I don't know. Thriller. Thriller was an album that my older sister had when we were kids. Hi. You wanted to come and ruin my chest unveiling? I see. Oh, thanks for the shovel. Oh, I didn't realize this was all more zombies. Alright, I've been waiting long enough on this though. Really? All I wanted to do was open the chest, and I just put a torch all the way through it. Now you come? So we had a name tag, some torches, some coal. Nothing. Pumpkin seeds, bread. I heard you. I'm like the warden of the upper levels. Come groaning at me, zombie. I'm gonna get you. Alright, well, those weren't super amazing. And we're almost full. Let's use up this axe to try to clear a few pillars, because there's a lot. Like, these pillars kind of line up with the pillars out in the suspended area. Oh, that lava is handy. I saw a spider, though. That's what I... Spiders are probably the worst for that. Oh, nice. Where they'll spawn around. Let's get it. Dude, it... Okay. These are easy. Take them. That's easy. Take it. Take that. Now you gotta start making space. Maybe we just leave everything. Oh, we can combine those two. That's one. Iron. Um, we had an axe to combine, we could turn those into sticks and then make more torches with the coal. But that would be more than the spaces we have, so we're not really helped there. The bread we've already got, the pumpkin seeds we already got, so we only need one spot. What am I missing here? Top stack, but nothing I see that we can just do to regain a spot. So that's fair. We'll come back for you. I guess this is the one if... Do we see the spider? I hate to do this if it's stuck against a block. Lost them. Wow. So there's deep... Oh, there's some diamond. There's deep coming up into this mine, where the mine is going down into the deep. That's kind of wild. Oh! I don't know how he was so ready to drop. Now we don't have room for the stupid diamond either. I guess we'll leave it in the ground. Best place for it. I don't have any string. Alright, let's get out. Is this fully empty? Good. Okay. Pick a little bit every time just to make it easier to get through. Oh, really mean to do that though. Boing. Oh, see how much faster and nicer? You can go down there for loot every time. I was going to fill this in this little hole. This little hole. I know they don't exactly match, but less dodging. Yes, the speed. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We are flying. That was dumb. How many times have I gone? Missed the turn completely. Train stuff. Villagers hanging out. Ooh, let's get some sleep. Oh, I thought it was... Oh, it's just rainy out. Okay. Swap those. We're regaining our iron supply here slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. This is our record collection. We'll give a quick little tease, but now after the real episode, maybe we'll hang out if the game and stream and all that isn't too bad. So here we go. 13 quick little tastes. Oh, was that 13? Oh my goodness. I thought that was a train whistle for a second. I thought that was your comment. Name tags, gonna go over the animal stuff, even though we probably need to name our villager. We have another skelly horse that I'm not, honestly, the one is awesome. I love it. I'd rather have pets and stuff with names at this point, I think. Some point we'll be out on a pet finding mission. Sometimes you also need name tags to like preserve a zombie villager, that kind of stuff. Keep things from despawning if you need them. We'll need a new axe or a combined axe here. Do we have any? No. Can't even really use the iron pick that I'm carrying around as a spare. Let's ditch that. Make a couple, carry one. 2. Carry 1, store 1. And we need torches in a big bad way. Got torches. I'll keep the extra because we are going to be in the mine exploring. Let's check. Top that off. Sleep for a second. Totally. Okay. Let me remember where I put the seed chest. Think it's over here. Is piling up. Need to get rid of this bucket. Somewhere where it's random, I should grab a bucket full of lava and just get the advancement, have it. We could certainly throw it in for fuel, but I like to save that for hoppering actions. Alright, was there anything else we were supposed to be... should we make a new diamond pick? Maybe? Means more stair running. But until we have anything further, I'd rather combine them like iron picks and get some extra health out of them. Froggy Fox. In a box. Totally missed. Totally. I think the totally is the niece rubbing off after few days hanging out on vacation. Totes. There's a lot of totes. There's a lot of bra. Bruh, what? Okay. I thought bra was kind of past, but maybe it's making a comeback. And it was great. I had totally forgotten. Totally. See, there you go. That Stranger Things had Pass the Duchy on the left hand side in it, and we're walking through the hotel one day, and my niece is ahead of me. She's like in high school. I was pretty much giving her a hard time, but she starts like, "Pass the Duchy on the left hand," just jamming out to the song, and I'm like, "What? You're not allowed to sing that kind of stuff. That's you know what the Duchy is, right? You know what you're passing when you're doing that." What? No. It's just a song. Like, is it though? It's people know what you're singing about. You should know what you're singing about if you're. I don't know. That's not really fair because how many of us know hidden meanings to lyrics for a bunch of songs and all that? Um, but it was kind of funny. And she's both my niece and nephew, and I was in high school, college to got my exposure to all that kind of stuff, and I certainly tested the waters a few times when I was a young adult, but when I was in high school, I was a clean kid. I was a cross country skiing athlete. Um, I think I may have tried beer like twice. Uh, never touched a cigarette. Never saw marijuana. Didn't even know what it was in my school. The only thing I saw ever that I thought was drugs was somebody dropped a bag once, and I was like, I think that was coke. But that was the only exposure to drugs I ever had as a kid. In my school or anything like that, just wasn't in my circle. I get maybe a little naive and all that. I'm sure people were partying and all that, but I was an athlete and wasn't even aware of that kind of stuff. So I would have been the same way, right? Running around singing songs and all that. That the lyrics were totally about something that I didn't have any idea. All right, are we set to go back down, clear the rest of that, or as much of that mine as we can, get the diamond that we saw? Um, we've got a couple items left in that one chest. We've got the spider spawner to clear. All these wonderful speedy steps. Let's see if I can make the full run without a wrong turn. Zoop. Someday I'll do something about that hanging gravel too. It's much better going down. Going deep. Less up and down. Ooh. What? No! Bad block. Get in the hole. Boom. Come on. That's all good. Right through here. This should now be fine. Again, without... Maybe we'll leave this. I don't know, it's pretty deep. But we can light it. We don't get that much XP for breaking it, so might as well for the time being. No. That's kind of dangerous. Let's do that. That. Nothing else back there. Already been through here once, but I did want to clear these a little bit. See, here's more. Oh, this nasty. Nasty stuff. And this is just hard-won experience going, don't mess around with these vertical pillars that have spaces above, because before you know it, there's something dropping on your head. Day gets real bad real quick. Never fun. But if you can't get to the top of them, then they make for nice big open areas in your mines. And we get this oak wood, since we haven't yet chopped down an oak tree. Oh, how about here? I thought that was better. Situated. Ooh, some iron. Candy. Of course you are. Ooh, look, there's more. Kind of nice. Keep going, iron. We'll be able to use you, especially when we get into hoppers and all that. That takes up a bunch of resources. A little more light there. All this can go. Did I miss that pick? Might have. Ooh, I did see that. Can I go down and get you? Looks like it. Goodies here, boring hall there. Back to axe. Back to axe. over and over. It's a long look down into the deep part over there. Oh, bad place for the torch. Okay. Yeah, let's grab some stuff while we're holding the pick. Then we'll switch to axe. Clear out the remainder. And let's get some light here. Oh, so that lapis is... Yep, there it is, along with the redstone. We need to go grab all that. Sort of, I mean, not like it was diamonds or something, but... Alright, good on many levels here. We won't likely have stuff dropping on our heads down below. And... Okay, before we get sidetracked, let's go pick up the stuff that's been sitting on the ground and is ready to despawn. There we go. Lots more mining we could be doing. Let's go deep and then come back. I hear you, zombie. What do you got to say? So I was watching the new Resident Evil series. I think it's Netflix, maybe? I was watching it on. I gotta say, compared to some of the stuff I was watching with COVID, and maybe COVID had a lot to do with it, right? You get a little fever, you're like, oh, hey, it just entertained me. Whatever's good. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Oh, Skelly. All right, calm down. Shoot your buddy. Shoot your buddy. Shoot your buddy. Shoot your buddy. There you go. Shoot each other. Or, I mean, zombie, you bite, scratch, claw, whatever you gotta do. I know you're still down there. Okay. Do one of these. Is this gonna take us right back down to where we were? I wonder. Not yet. It kind of bothers me. It seems kind of light though. Like maybe we. Oh, maybe that was where. Remember when we were fighting the creepers and the skeletons up on the ledge in that main hallway? Kind of just, we turned this way. We're looking at the abandoned mine there. But there was that hole, and a creeper was standing right about here when we were first checking it out earlier today. But that's the same hole. So if that's the case, then I'm a little less worried about creepers on head. Just because we have covered that ground before. This is our chance to use our hoe, right? Let's try it. I don't think it's going to be these stony blocks, but maybe this one? Nothing. So I think we need Silk Touch. We get XP for that, though. Now the question is, if I do all this, does this get rid of warden detection, right? That's what I was wondering about, like, can we build a base and all that? I don't want to waste too much of this, but wow, this could be so no XP on those, XP on these. The question is, am I building up towards a warden visit as I'm doing this? Should like just come up from behind, like, yeah. What are you doing to my little underground lair here? I hear an Enderman, unless the warden makes Enderman sounds. Should be a pretty cool move for a mob. Pretend to be another mob. A little bit like the parrots, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like addicted to this, but it's also gonna wreck our fortune hoe. But if we just keep following this and erasing this stuff, now there's one of those things. So now maybe we're in trouble. Let's stop. Stop before we do something we regret. We didn't really get anything out of that, but we'll take the XP. And hopefully no warden waiting for us when we get back up top. Alright, I think maybe there was iron right here, but everything else I'd grabbed. We don't have much room left. But what we do... if I don't start a new iron stack here, then maybe we can empty out those rails, the selector rails over there. And we remember where that was? Ooh, or do I just keep grabbing stuff? I think it was here, back here, here. Activator rails. There we go. Can't grab the cart just yet, but... Oh. Cart. Cleaning up as we go. Run. Run. Supposed to be making this speedy habit. I just tripped on the step. Oof. don't know why I always want to make that turn. Everything else I do pretty consistently now, I think. That and that. More rails, or fences. Oh, that's a lot of stair climbing. Need to get to the nether. Need to have a water elevator in place. Alright, no gold ore. Cook that. Store that. These. That. You guys. Cobble's getting dangerously full. Tough. Cobble deep slate. Bunch more planks. Bo's gonna go upstairs, I think. Eventually, we'll probably have a big stack of them down in the skelly area. And things like this can actually go. Alright, let's take you. So we're getting close here. We're definitely into wind down time of the stream. You guys that are familiar with the channel and these streams, VODs, what have you, already know this is about the time where I say thank you all so much for hanging out, coming and chatting, enjoying the chat. Troy, you definitely carried a lot of weight for the rest of the crew. What's up, buddy? Hey, remember your horn? Remember when this was attached to your head? Yeah. There you go. All right, Troy, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to have you hanging out. Hope to see you back. We will be back again tomorrow, barring anything unforeseen or unexpected. The idea that I have for the day is we will work with the idea of trying to get to the nether. The couple of things that we need to get into that are, I would really like to have a pick with some kind of efficiency. Maybe we'll get that right here. I would also really like to do some surface caving looking for coal. With our fortune pick here, we can get a ton of coal really quick. I'm not too worried about it, but we have just kind of been hovering there, and we really can't over order because we can fill up that bay of 8 different furnaces with blocks of coal, which I do prefer to the lava buckets because we don't have an automated feeding system yet. So the buckets, we tend to have so much waste on that we're not going to worry. So let's do our last enchant here. We did get back up just to 30, so probably won't have a ton of stuff on these, but we'll go. We've already got blast prot on the helmet. Fire prot, not top of the list. Regular prot, but not max. The book, fire prot, quick charge, bane. Wow, garbage books. The sword, looting 2. We could have that right onto the sword and see what else it comes with. Interesting. Power 3 on the bow. We knock those two together, we're definitely headed in the right direction. And last but not least, efficiency 4. I think even though looting 2 is very, very, very tempting, this gets us to the nether quicker. Now, when we get there, you know what? It doesn't get us that much quicker. if we're planning to go to the Nether, looting 2 and anything else we can possibly get would help us with blazes, getting blaze rods. So let's go ahead and come on, baby. Just looting 2, like I said, kind of back to normal. So no extra combinations or anything. We'll keep what levels we do have, and that will set us up for the next adventures. Oh, you guys are awesome. I'm glad to have a fox. We could name our fox, although he's not. Neither of those are actually pets, right? We can't tame them and keep them around. We can keep them in the boat indefinitely, and with nothing will despawn out of a boat. Like zombies would burn in a boat. They can take damage. They can get killed, but they won't just despawn. So as far as like a name tag, just to keep them around, don't need to worry about it while they're stuck in the boat. Oh, I was thinking too much about the next stream. Not enough about right now. So caving, coaling, um, lava chopping, or obsidian chopping. Maybe what we'll do is go harvest a couple of the broken portals, grab their obsidian, get back out in the boat. That stuff. Anything else I'm missing here that needs to hang out here? I don't think so. There we go. Again, it looks a lot like night outside. Close to done there. We don't need the horn. Oh, let's go do, well, let's sleep, but then let's go do our crops one time. Got 10 minutes or so. See what damage our golem. Oh, nothing. Awesome. All right, so here, remember we were going to. I guess one of them got stepped on. I might have done that in and around all the raid stuff. We're going to do carrots here now instead of potatoes. The wheat will keep growing. Swap that back. Ooh. That needs to get. I think we've got some pumpkin seeds over here. Just need one. Toss those. We are all set on potatoes, so these can actually now be trade goods. How are we doing on pumpkin seeds? 22. We'll need 2 stacks of 64. That gets us a lot closer. Just over half a stack to go. And all of you. I don't have any light over here. Light would, I think, keep these growing better. So let's try it up here so I don't hit it like I did that other torch. I don't know why this is so hitchy. Alright. I was about to throw a torch right there, but I think that would completely defeat the purpose of not trying to break them every time we harvest. Alright. I think we had enough beet seeds already, right? We can maybe start backing these off. Did I already do that? So let's make overflow beet and wheat seeds. Eventually we'll turn those into bone meal with composters and a feeder system, but we don't have enough stockpile built up. Once we have big farms, we can do that. Alright, let's go trade for levels. And emeralds. Store the wheat, though. We just need to keep keeping on with that. Oh, I never planted that pumpkin. Replanted that pumpkin. Well, there. Not hungry either. Hey, buddy. I know we haven't traded in a long time. Here, you want some potatoes? I know. It's just a few. But I didn't want you to think I'd, forgotten how good of pals we were and the fact that you incurred an entire raid on me early today. That's right, folks. If you're just joining late, just coming by the stream and hanging out, we've had a wild and wacky day. Definitely had our share of adventure when early on I inadvertently triggered a raid while not even back to the base. So go figure. That's what you expect when you got a villager roommate hanging out. We didn't well, we kind of won it. The villager, as you can see, is still alive, so that's a good thing. The raid never completed though, which was a little odd. I one time walked away up to because I just went up by the goat to try to have the high ground, and by the time I left or reached the goat, the raid indicator at the top of the screen was gone. Apparently had gone out of range, but I came right back to the base and it was back up. We continued to fight. We've got a few golems straggling around our area now. They were helping us defend a little bit, which was nice of them. And now we get that hideous scar. We're gonna have to deal with that someday. But right now, I think we want to keep up the momentum on our adventuring. So for tomorrow, we talked about it a little bit. We are going to try to do some above ground or not. I guess you can't above ground cave, but above sea level or up high where we would find a lot of coal. We need to stock up a little bit. Not bad. We're not out, but we have a stack and a half sitting there. We do have a fairly full. That'll get us some XP. Fairly full furnace there, and over in our banks here, we're pretty thin. I think everybody's at one, maybe one or two are at two. So we don't have a lot of coal blocks to work with, and we'll have to supplement that up. Those I'll feel good about coal when we got a full bank of those all sitting with 64 blocks of coal. Then we can cook whatever we want, craft whatever we want for building, have all the supplies, hardened or smooth sandstone, smooth red sandstone, um, all those good types and devices and stuff. So we'll keep working in that direction. In addition, we've got more of the mine we can be exploring. We can build out that Skelly farm for XP that we can use on enchanting, because we're just getting started. And really, we need to be sitting up around 50. We need to work our levels way up, and then do a couple enchants, and then build it back up again. Those levels take a little bit longer, but we'll get multiple enchants per roll. Our fortune axe has been a lifesaver, and we're still making the most of it to get lots of diamonds. We've got 13 or so upstairs. We've got another 6 that we've gathered today down here. Just got those few emeralds. We could make more apples, but I think we need to get... Oh, we got 2 apples. We got 34. We'll eventually get those topped off. So lots of good to be seen. And if you are just catching the end of this and it's wrapping up, don't worry. The VOD will be here on Twitch, and you can head on over to YouTube later this evening. It'll be up over there and ready to go. So I thank you all again, the new followers and subscribers. Much appreciate you guys clicking those buttons. And for the folks that like and comment, you guys rock. Keep me motivated. Keep me going here. Again, big shout out to Troy. Appreciate you hanging out through most, if not all, of this chat. You were certainly here from the raid on, and that's fantastic. Thanks so much. We'll be back. Do it again tomorrow. And as always, goal 1: survive. We did it today through a couple of big challenges. We saw our first deep dark caverns. I don't know what I'm doing down there. Troy's a good coach, but we haven't used any of our supplies, and sadly, I know enough to know that we need to find a city to really start getting the loot and all that. I haven't found any of that yet, and I think way back when they introduced the plan to it, there was going to be a warden's cabin, right? But I think that went away. I think it's just now the city, and there's chests in the city to go explore around in. I don't know. We'll figure out more of that kind of stuff. We still want to hunt down a geode and be able to gather up loots, amethyst shards and all the rest from that, and use it to, among other things, make a spyglass / telescope. So we'll get that going too. But for now, take care, stay awesome. For folks that are interested, I'll probably turn the stream right back on again. If you want to rejoin, I will just hang out here and we'll play through the 2 discs that we now have, since I didn't get a chance to listen to blocks. For you VOD viewers, that's one where you're going to have to hang out and listen live if you want to get the discs in Minecraft, because I don't want YouTube to get nasty about the copyright stuff. So, see ya. Take care. Thanks for all the support. We'll see you again tomorrow. For now, take care and see you later. Bye.